Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Shry Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Shry Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the game.
Walk-off home run.
Here's a shot to the right side.
This is shaping up to be
Here's a strike right side too. Welcome inside of the Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center. It's the 2025 Appalachian Athletic Conference Basketball Championship. The first game on the docket, the Columbia College Koalas will look to fend off the Truett McConnell University Bears. A really good one in store. Truett McConnell has a chance to make history today, coming in at 12-16 overall, taking on the Columbia Koalas. 11 wins in conference. They went 16-11 overall this season. Lost their last game of the year, but looking to right the ship in the tournament, make some noise, and show off those purple uniforms. We'll see if they can do it today. Hi everyone, glad you're with us. Gabriel Shry here with my good friend and analyst Gary Justice for college basketball, and we're going to have it all week long.
It's going to be a lot of fun here, guys. This is game one of 18 during the AAC tournament here on the Southeast Sports Network, and definitely very excited. Quality teams, quality players, quality venue. It's going to be a great time.
Very excited to see what we get out of these games this weekend, and so many different talented players on the floor. We talked about some of the all-conference selections that are going to make a big impact in this one. And number 32, certainly someone to watch.
Yeah, Alexis Brewster, first team All-AAC for the Truett McConnell Bears, and talented players both ways.
So the Truett McConnell Bears win the opening tip as Brewster dishes this out to mid-range, and it's knocked down by Destiny Lovejoy.
Definitely a nice look there, free throw line jumper. Always good to see that first shot go through the bottom of the bucket.
Quick start, quick lead.
Yeah, both these coaches, they want to run a lot of screen action off the wings, Gabe. Try to get downhill, get to the bucket.
This one rattles off. Bears entry pass to Brewster. Alexis defended outside by Queen. Fights her way down along the low block, and this one kisses off the glass and won't go.
Get a second opportunity here for the Golden Bears.
Bounced off the side of the iron, and now Truett McConnell retreating back into a defensive shell. Low, down inside, and the violation drawn just a minute into this.
Tashana Lowe, the sophomore, second team All-AAC selection, will have an opportunity to get to the free throw line to cash in. The Koalas, Gabe, on the season and their wins, they average 80 points per ball game. In their 11 losses, they only average 66. Big key to get going offensively here early.
First rattles out.
There's something about getting that first bucket to go through, the ball in the bucket. It kind of just breaks the ice. It gets everybody, calms the nerves a little bit. Let's see if the sophomore can crack at the glass, and she does.
That's about on pace for how she performed this season. Won about 59% at the line.
Yeah, the Koalas will pick up. They want to force as many ball turnovers as they can, and here's one. Shot up, shot good.
Quickly to take the lead. So that'll be our first lead change as it goes from 2-0 to 3-2, just like that.
Nice job of breaking the press, getting on with the bucket, unable to get that shot.
This comes off the front of the iron. Now the Koalas pitch to the far side.
Coach Green wanted to run. He wants that screen action on that wing. Try to get downhill if they can.
Entry pass down inside, and this goes off of the glass. A 5-0 run over the last 60 seconds.
Yeah, Koalas want to play at an up-tempo pace. A lot of hands on the basketball. And talking with Coach Green before the ball game, Gabe, he mentioned he wants to put as much ball pressure as they can. They want to create live ball turnovers, get those easy buckets, get those easy baskets anytime they can.
Sent back outside of the arc from three-point range, a spin move, and not liking the look. Aguilera dished that down inside, and the shot off the mark for Stewart.
A 1-and-out there for the Bears.
Koalas from the straightaway. Davis floated it back across.
Coach Green said during the pregame interview, Gabe, that they'll set the wing screens, they'll take the three if they got it. They want to get downhill, they want to attack the bucket. They value that paint touch to try to break the shell of the defense.
Tysania Lowe didn't like the look. Spinning at mid-range and firing. This one is knocked down by Hermanson. And Callie was really good this season, picked up a few points per game, and she appeared in 25 different games this year.
Nice soft touch from the baseline.
And that makes it now a 7-0 run over the last 2 minutes of play for the Koalas, who are heating up in Kingsport.
And Coach Green, he wants to apply the ball pressure. He got a couple of early turnovers already. And once you pick that dribble up, the Koalas going to bring 4 hands, 6 hands. They'll bring 2 to 3 other people, come try to trap that basketball, put as much pressure as they can.
Ball flipped onto the floor and off the mark for TMU.
Koalas doing a good job of limiting the Bears to 1-and-out.
The Bears' drought just continues over the last 2 minutes. They need to find some way to get the lid back off of the basket.
They did a good job where they got that first bucket looking really nice and easy, but it's been very forced since then. Now Coach Fields for TMU, they want to run a lot of Princeton action, a lot of screens as well. They're unable to get into their offense right now, though. So much ball pressure coming from the Koalas.
And the violation along the baseline. Still a 5-point game in the early stages between these two.
Yeah, Koalas, that's another one. They'll chart their deflections. That'll be another charted deflection there for Columbia. Again, Coach Green wants to apply that pressure. They want to play in the 80s. With the Bears, they want to play in the 60s in their wins.
Entry pass tipped, regathered by Brewster. Alexis banging around on the low block and gets it to go off of the glass.
She shows why she's a first-team All-AAC member right there. She played through the contact, was able to finish.
Flattered off.
Be interesting to see if the Bears can start stacking buckets back-to-back here. Again, the Koalas are going to play at an up-tempo pace. Be key for TMU to stack the buckets on possessions.
Kicked outside, and the 3 ball is just short for Destiny Lovejoy. She was 50% from outside of the arc this season. Koalas set up and working around the perimeter. Davis gave it off. This is Hermanson who tries to go inside and is blockered away by Brewster. Ball is loose. Here come the Truett McConnell Bears.
Well, 5-on-3 action right now.
TMU, the layup off the mark as it's gathered by Tysania Lowe. Tussle for the ball down inside, and the referee will stop us. So a high-action start as TMU was able to snap that 7-0 run that lasted about 2 minutes. We've seen a lot of really good action so far in Kingsport, Tennessee. We're going to take a break as we continue to get started, and these two teams take a break. I'll be right back with more on the Southeast Sports Network. back in Kingsport, Tennessee, where it's a 3-point game, 7-4, and the lead in the hands of the Koalas early. Glad you're with us. Gabriel Schrei, Gary Justice, college basketball on the Southeast Sports Network. Koalas from the arc, this one. Skeeters off the front of the glass and won't go. Off and running to the other end of the floor, Truett McConnell. Fired, and this one goes from range. What a shot by Brewster.
Yeah, back-to-back buckets for the first team All-AAC member. The sophomore will have to play big today for Truett McConnell to pull off the upset.
And just like that, it's a 4-0 run put together for the Truett McConnell Bears in response to that 7-zip run.
Gabe, Truett McConnell defensively, they come in they're first in the AAC. They only allow 59 points per ball game. That's first in the entire conference. They got to minimize these live ball turnovers though.
Stolen off of the inbound. Kiss off the glass is short. Columbia couldn't get it to go. Truett McConnell running back to the offensive end of the floor. Sent to the corner. Driving her way down inside, and this is off of the mark.
Columbia does a good job of hedging those screens as Truett McConnell set the wing screen there. And she had an avenue to the bucket. Such a good job of hedging that screen, making them go wide instead of a direct line to the bucket. Forced the miss. Now Columbia has the possession.
Koalas will inbound over the midcourt stripe. Working with the orange to Sonia Lowe.
Such a talented player, Gabe. Second team All-AAC, and she's valuable as far as one-on-one. She'll get the screen, she can get downhill, she'll get to the bucket very easily.
Both coaches shouting out onto the floor. Teague Fields is jumping with joy as Brewster gets the steal. Alexis Brewster very efficient this season. That's her 41st steal. 3-ball for Brewster. It's just short as pulled in by Kendon Dawson, and she catches the violation.
Truly a game of conflicting styles. Again, as far as Truett McConnell, they only allow 59 points per ball game. Columbia and their wins, they get in the 80-point range. It's always interesting early, the clash. Then they start bunting heads and see who's playing checker and who's playing chess.
Koalas on the arc for the moment. Burke left it off. Lowe kicks it inside. Back up to three-point land. She drives through the paint and catches the violation. Dawson will go to the line.
A great example of that wing screen and got downhill. They won't get that paint touch, whether it be via the dribble, the bounce, or via the pass. Got all the way to the bucket. Rotation did not come, got to the bucket, unable to finish, but she'll go to the line and shoot too.
During the regular season, she hit 71% of her trips to the charity stripe. Yes. That makes the advantage for the Koalas, too. 4 minutes left to go in our first period in Kingsport. The second will go as well, as that makes it 9-6 in East Tennessee.
And then here comes that ball pressure once again. As off of makes or misses, they will try to pressure as much as possible.
Brewster running the floor, defended by Burke. Stewart almost has this taken away by Street. Stays with it, and as she's jostled the violation. Referee's not having it.
Street she's a talented defender. I know she got whistled for the violation there. First team all defensive selection in the AAC.
A well-deserved honor. She has been electric on that side of the ball.
Known as a ball hawk in the conference.
From the baseline, Stewart lights one off, and there's too much on it as it clatters out. Trying for the putback, and she is pushed almost off of the floor. Catching the violation is Ava Queen.
Something that Coach Fields talked to me about in the pregame interview is they have to control the glass, defensive and offensive possessions. Try to create more possessions on the offensive end and limit the Koalas to one shot on the defensive end.
Brewster gets this to go. Nice turnaround, Jay.
She scored 3 buckets in just 3 different varieties. Such a talented scorer.
And again, trouble on the baseline for the Koalas. Michaela Street.
TMU likes to play. They don't like to bring. They want to overhelp. They try to go one-on-one, but Street, she is uber quick. Hard to stay in front of her.
Entry pass sent back out to the arc, and the 3-ball knocked down by Columbia. They'll extend their lead. They're out ahead by 4.
Street's known for her defense. Showing a little offense that time, Gabe.
Only one lead change so far. Columbia has been in command since the first 60 seconds, and Brewster draws the violation.
That's going to be Street's second foul. That's going to be a key one. She's one of those valuable defenders for the Koalas, second team all-defensive selection. Check that first team all-defensive selection. Now she'll check out those 2 fouls.
Brewster 73% at the charity stripe this season. She's averaged 16 points per game. No surprise to see her knock down the first.
Talented player, got 7 early ones, and scored in a variety of different ways. And
Both go.
And she'll get a well-deserved break here. She has 8 of the 10 points for the Bears.
That's wild. Low across, Dawson. Entry pass is tipped and taken by TMU initially before being regathered. Columbia. The purple Koalas to the corner. 3 ball, this one too much.
Get a nice job. One shot and out for the Bears. See if they can score in transition.
Tate Reed got us started, sent to the corner where Kelly doesn't like the look. A handoff from Lovejoy back to her. Heavily defended, TMU looking for that space. Stewart tries to go outside and takes an extra step.
Again, both teams are going to attack the paint as much as possible, get that paint touch. That time, the nice job defensively by the Koalas to force the violation, get the turnover.
2 minutes left to play in the first. 2-point game. Blocked away. TMU pulls it down. Nice block.
Good action here from TMU so far. Here comes the screen.
Bears try the 3 ball. Ambitious from Brinkley. Koalas to respond. Low, the spin move, and catches the violation down inside. Ava Queen can't believe it.
Yeah, Coach Crean wants his players to get downhill, and Lowe did such a good job of getting down here, downhill and drew the violation. Calls the bump.
One of the best defenders in the AAC and certainly one of the finest on this roster.
Got talented players both ways. I mean, both Coach Green and Coach Fields do such a good job of building their rosters and meeting their needs for their programs.
Low, 59% at the stripe this season. Yes. And that extends the lead of the Koalas to 3.
These two teams met back on January 23rd. Columbia won that one 55-54.
The second off the mark as it remains a 3-point differential. 90 seconds to play in our first. Glad you're with us if you're just joining us. College basketball from Kingsport, Tennessee.
Where's the offense going to come? They got Brewster's checked out. She has 8 of the 10 points so far. Where's Buckets going to come from when she's on the bench?
Violation. Kelly able to draw that as she fights her way along the block.
Nice job on the utilizing that screen, a little hesitation dribble. Get past the defender, got all the way to the bucket, drew the foul, see if she can capitalize from the free throw line. Brewster scored the last 8 points for TMU.
Kelly gets this to go 81% at the line this season, and she averaged 7.5 per game.
Talented player for the Bears.
Able to cut one off of that lead, so just 2 points separating the Koalas and the Bears of Truett McConnell University. College basketball AAC conference tournament. Glad you're along for the ride. Gary, we've got a full day of action coming up.
Exciting day as well, and you know, during the pregame, had opportunity to talk to our PA announcer, Mike. It's his 36th year of calling postseason basketball. Bring out the big stars in the AAC conference tournament.
Sent to the corner. Three ball rattles and goes to the Koalas. They extend their lead by a trio to 5.
They will take that three-point shot if it's available. It's not their first look, but if it's an open look, they'll take it, and they capitalize there.
Down along the baseline. This is off the mark. Kelly off balance. Couldn't get it to go. Koalas pulled it in. Columbia sent to the far wing. And the Koalas short. A good look for Haynes. Just couldn't knock it down. 25 seconds to go in our first.
Yeah, shot clock's off. They may play for the final shot. I think that's what Coach Fields is instructing his team to do. Look for the screen action come from the wing.
13 seconds, and we get the violation and the turnover.
That was that ball pressure of the game. That the pass goes a little wide to create another possession for the Koalas. Again, the Koalas are a high-tempo team. They'll score in bunches quickly. They don't need extra possessions, I promise you that. And Coach Fields is preaching to his team, take care of the basketball.
5 seconds. Koalas. Burke leaves it off. Hightower, as time goes, she knocks it down. Add a couple of extra points to the total on that first period as the Koalas ahead by 7 after quarter 1 in Kingsport, Tennessee. In Kingsport, Tennessee, a 7-point game, 18-11. The Koalas of Columbia ahead of the Bears of Truett McConnell. Welcome back. Glad you're along for the ride. Gabriel Schry, Gary Justice. We've got college hoops.
And no surprise, Alexis Brewster checked back in. She scored 8 of the 11 points in that first period for the Bears.
This one is short.
Such a good job by the Koalas here early of limiting to one shot and getting on the break. Truett McConnell now 4 of 18 from the floor.
Driving inside and catching the whistle.
Yeah, for the folks at home, when the team in the purple has the basketball, look for, they call it a Princeton offense, where they're going to run a lot of cuts, a lot of zoom action going to the bucket. See how many times they will try to cross that lane to get to the other side of the bucket for the layup. They don't look for the three. They will take the three, though.
Nice move. Fires off the long 2, and it's off the mark. Inbound, taken from the Koalas by Brewster, who's able to finesse this to a Bear teammate. Alexis to the corner. A lot of room. Wall drives down inside and tries the floater. Couldn't get it to go. Kept alive. Back to Brewster. Another opportunity for TMU, this time pulled in by the Koalas.
Yeah, definitely the Bears, in order for them to be successful today, they have to find that second scorer. They haven't found that person yet. Again, Brewster, first team All-AAC. She has 8 of the 11 so far. But, Gabe, when you only have one scorer, it's easy to defend one person.
Koalas, entry pass on the mid-block, and the violation as she tries to turn her way down inside, and TMU not happy.
I love the spacing from the Columbia offense so far. It's hard to, one thing Coach Fields talking about for TMU, they didn't want to over-rotate defensively. Right now that's not a problem because Columbia is doing such a good job of spreading the action, trying to create those driving lanes and the open shots. Very impressed with the Koalas here early in this ball game.
Columbia, Davis, from the elbow, fires, just chucked that up there, and Aguilera comes down with the board. 8:20 to play in our first half as TMU enters into the paint, and Brewster rustles the twine.
First player in double figures today with 10 points. She has 10 of the 13. She's a talented scorer. Look for TMU to continue to feed the sophomore.
Koalas from the baseline, sent out to the wing, and the three ball is knocked down. From downtown Kingsport, Tennessee, Tamyra Davis gets it to go.
I love the ball rotation, a lot of passing, sharing the basketball.
Take it away, Koalas. Long floating pass through midcourt. She's looking for help. Has a convoy. Columbia outside. Davis, another three from the headquarters downtown of Enron. She nails it. 24-13.
Such a good job there. Got the basketball, got the paint touch. The pass back out. The defense rotated too much. She knew exactly what to do. Set the feet, hold the release, found the bottom of the bucket.
And understandably going to take a timeout. This time, we'll keep it here, but I want to remind you to go ahead and get linked up if you haven't already with the Appalachian Athletic Conference on social media at AAC Sports. They do a wonderful job. A big thanks to Jay Stansel, Bill Pop for having us here for the tournaments. We appreciate it. SCSN very proud of our coverage and partnership with the Appalachian Athletic Conference. And we talk a lot about, and I can't stress enough, the quality of athletics you can see for a very affordable price with the whole family at these tournaments.
And excellent. I think it was $10 for all day long. Come to the door for adults and $5 for the kids. And it's a lot. It's 4 games today and 8 games tomorrow.
It's actually wild that you can get in for that low of a price.
Oh my goodness, you can't go to McDonald's for that.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
An 11-point lead, an explosion over the last 4 minutes of play.
Brewster, again, continuing to feed the sophomore, and she's a hard guard one-on-one. Coach Kareem doesn't like to run zone. He doesn't like to run the double teams, but when 32 in blue gets the basketball, he may have to change that defensive philosophy, try to get the basketball out of her hands. So she's got 10 of the 13. She's the offense right now for TMU.
7 1/4 to play in our first half, an 11-point advantage, and that was built by a 12-3 run over the last 4 minutes of play.
TMU struggled on the offensive end. They're 5 of 21 so far. Buckets are coming at a hard pace for them right now.
Tried that. Rattles, won't go. Looked good for a moment. Now taken in by the Koalas. Columbia off and running. The purple team tries this one. A little hook shot is tipped up. Kept alive by Davis. Second chance off the mark, and the violation.
So the jump ball, it will stay with the Koalas. They'll reset the shot clock to 20. I really like what they're doing offensively. They're running their cuts, getting good screens, finding open shots. Got 8 makes on the morning, and 4 of those from behind the arc.
Entry pass by Feaster. Davis out front. From the top of the block, 5 on the shot clock. Wanted to pull up and jostled as Davis is able to draw the whistle against Brewster.
Yeah, Brewster trying to deny that entry pass. Got a little bit too much contact from the official standpoint. Whistled the violation. On those 8 made buckets for Columbia, 6 assists already as well.
Ball loose for a moment and now taken up by TMU. 6:20 to play in our first half. Truett McConnell pulls up from the wing and knocks this down. It's Kaylee Kelly again.
She definitely needed to find the bottom bucket there as they were looking. That's their first make from beyond the arc. Cuts that lead from 11 down to 8. See if Truett McConnell can get a little offense clicking.
It also pulls apart a 12-3 run that Columbia had put together. Truett McConnell, great entry pass, and on the run, she can't get it to go, but she does generate the whistle.
You know, it's a little different in the confidence there, too, the pace there. The make bucket, for some reason, it instills a little bit more confidence. Now they're starting to attack the bucket a little bit more, play a little bit more confidence, a little bit more tempo. See if they can find a second scoring option. Starting to find a couple more people to help out Alexis Brewster. Truett McConnell's done a good job so far this morning. They have 4 offensive rebounds. And the Koalas have yet have an offensive rebound so far. Both coaches talked about the importance of owning the glass.
Both go at the line. 7 unanswered points now for Truett McConnell. .5:40 to play in the first half as the 3-ball is automatic. Mind-bending accuracy from Dawson.
What an answer there for the Koalas. A little 5-0 run from the Bears, and the Koalas answer with their own 3-point bucket. They extend that lead back to 9.
TMU off the mark this time. A good look from Aguilera, but couldn't knock it down. Columbia, low outside to Davis. Off of the floated pass, she catches the shove from the star of the Bears, Brewster.
That's going to be a big one on Alexis Brewster.
I just saw Truett McConnell visit Reinhardt last week and hung out as TMU and the Eagles played both men's and women's basketball. And it felt like the whole broadcast I talked about just how good Alexis Brewster is. She's amazing.
However, that was her 3rd foul in the first half. Coach Fish, she's going to be spending a lot of time beside Coach Fields. The rest of this 5-12 in the first half, I'm assuming.
Davis, 77% at the stripe this season as her second won't go.
So this is the challenge with Alexis Brewster out, Gabe. Who's going to help out offensively?
And stolen away, ball loose down the floor. Low, off the mark. And the violation against Street inside. Well, good look, almost able to make the play.
Good look. I was just going to comment on Michaela Street. That's her 3rd foul here in the first half. Again, second team All-AAC defensive team member. So Brewster, first team All-AAC for Truett McConnell. She's on the bench with 3 fouls. Street picks up 3 fouls for Columbia. A 10-point lead here for Truett McConnell. See if they can cut this lead down to 4 or 5 before halftime.
Ball swatted, stolen, and the violation. And I didn't get a chance to address it during the free throw shooting, but Brewster, you're right, that is massive that she has 3 fouls. It couldn't be a worse situation for Truett McConnell.
Such a talented player, right? She has 10 of the 18 points so far, and she's definitely the focal point. But Coach Fields does a nice job building that roster, see who can step up during the AAC tournament to help their ball club.
Yes. And the lead now a dozen, 30-18.
The ball pressure comes once again from the Koalas. That's a staple of J.J. Green's Columbia Koalas.
Gary, we haven't been tied once in this game. We've only seen 1 lead change. That was in the first minute of play, and Columbia hasn't looked back since. They're leading by a dozen with 4:20 to play in our first half. Nice feed, low block, turnaround, off the mark.
Columbia does such a good job in our defensive rotation to force that miss.
Along the baseline and sent out front. 3-ball, wide.
Such a good look, though, right? I mean, a wide open look, good ball movement, good ball reversal.
Hustling to the other end of the floor, Madison, heavily defended, playing some keep away with Dawson. Entry pass on the baseline, and Aguilera easily lights that home off of the glass.
Much better ball rotation, their player movement as well. All 5 players moving, got the wide open layup. for the Bears.
Nearly stolen away. Ball loose, regathered by Kindon. Dawson knifes her way down inside and gets this to go.
Playing through a little bit of contact and finishing with the left hand. A little fundamental basketball from Columbia, South Carolina.
Bucket for bucket here with just over 3 minutes to play in our first half in Kingsport between the Koalas and the Bears.
As our crew chief, Danny Moore, this is his 23rd year of officiating basketball from Madisonville, Tennessee. He has an interesting story how he got into officiating. He used to play in men's league, and he said that they had kept on struggling to get enough people to play basketball, so he picked up officiating to stay around the game. One of the best around.
I've been thinking about joining a men's league. Entry pass to the baseline and the violation. TMU Koalas getting a little dicey in the low paint, understandably so.
Since Brewster picked up her third foul, TMU have been more, they're definitely looking at the rotation as far as the passes, the bounces, trying to get the paint even deeper to see if they can find that rotation, get that open shot.
First goes at the line.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Dave, but what happens is the further you get that post touch, you get things like this, you get opportunities to make 2 free throws.
Lovejoy doing very well at the line. She went 73% from the stripe this season, so no surprise to see her go 2 for 2. Koalas outside of the straightaway. Columbia. Entry pass down low, banging around. It's off the mark, but kept alive by Columbia. Koalas. Heavily defended by Aguilera. She hands it off, and mid-range rattles out. Still with it, and the purple jerseys get it to go. Burke on a third chance bucket.
You talk about crashing the offensive glass. The Koalas did that there. Ended up getting a second and a third look for the bucket.
Still a dozen-point advantage, 34-22 Koalas. Great attack inside, but off the mark, trying to ladle that home, Stewart.
Right now, TMU is getting easier looks in the last 3 minutes of this ball game.
Lovejoy from the block to the straightaway. Madison went to Kate Reed. Stolen by Columbia. Koalas, a lot of room down the floor. She turns around and knifes it home off of the glass for a free couple of points inside of 2 minutes to go in our first half.
Kind of lost and dribbled a nice job patient. Let that basketball come down, then get her hands back on top of the basketball, then finished at the rim. Tasana Lowe is going to be a whistle for the foul. I'm not for sure if she agreed with the call from the official. It's going to send the Bears to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
This rattles out. 72% at the stripe this season. Brinkley averaged almost 7 points per game. About 34% from the floor. 90 seconds to play in our first half as Columbia is leading big time by 13 in Kingsport. This one bounces twice and won't drop. Koalas out to the straightaway, still with it. It's Stringfellow who kept us going. Coach says, take your time. Stringfellow left off Hermanson. Entry pass inside and unable to finish. Taken by the Bears.
Nice job defensively in the pass head to get the easy bucket.
Great pass down the floor, and Destiny Lovejoy is all alone. That's why she was so successful this season. 49% from the floor. She just racked up the points.
This last 50 seconds of this first half is going to be key for both teams to who can take the momentum into the locker room.
Sent down towards the baseline. Koalas off the glass, no. Rattles all around before being brought in by Columbia again. 35 seconds in the half. The lead 11 as we get the whistle down inside. Courtney McClaney trying to fight her way down low and able to draw the violation.
That's the 8th offensive rebound for Columbia here in this first half, Gabe. And really, they didn't have an offensive rebound until the 4-minute mark here in the second period. In the last 4 minutes, they got 8 offensive rebounds to create more and more offensive possessions to score the basketball.
McClaney playing is an unusual look for Columbia. She averaged about a half quarter per game this season. She did appear in a lot, 16 different times. This rattles out.
We have a streak with 3 fouls, and Tassana Lowe has 2.
Second takes a big high bounce and goes. Makes the lead a dozen again for the Koalas.
Interesting, Lowe's going to check back in this final 32 seconds. She has those 2 fouls.
We've got some Bulldogs joining us on the floor right now. Union Commonwealth in the gym.
They got a talented post player, Madison Brady. She'll be fun to watch.
This rolls over the iron and goes to bring us within 10. Columbia, they'll finish the half of the ball. 7 seconds. Koalas, 5. She drives along the block and the violation with 3.1 on the clock.
Coach Green wants his players to get downhill and get to the bucket as much as possible, Gabe, and she got a screen up top and got all the way to the bucket. Drew the foul. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Layla Wall is super quick. She got the line to shoot 2. This is her first trip of the morning.
Yes.
This is the pace they want to play at, Gabe. They come in the game, in their wins, they scored 80 points per ball game. They're on that pace right now.
To make it a dozen. No. An 11-point game, clock winding, and TMU does get the shot off, but nowhere near the juice they needed to make something happen before we go to the break. And so after one half of play, an 11-point advantage, 38-27, the Columbia Koalas leading the Truett McConnell University Bears on the Southeast Sports Network at the Appalachian Athletic Conference Basketball Championships in Kingsport, Tennessee. We'll break and return with the second half of action in just a moment from the Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center. Don't go anywhere.
Want to watch your favorite Southeast teams in action? We've got you covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at sesnsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are. The Southeast Sports Network, bringing the game to you anytime, anywhere. Catch the most thrilling moments from your favorite local teams, only on the Southeast Sports Network. From jaw-dropping touchdowns to game-winning goals, we bring you all the highlights that make the Southeast the heart of sports. Don't miss out. Tune in anytime, anywhere, and relive the action like never before. The action lives on our YouTube channel, but you can watch highlights many different ways by visiting our website. The Southeast Sports Network, where every play matters.
The story of the United States has been written for centuries. Penned by millions of authors, written in every language, from every perspective. With every chapter as unique as our people and our land. Our story is one made up of many. Find yours in the USA.
The rhythmic sound of more than 500 cascading waterfalls, the endless echo of more than 10,000 caves, the serene silence of 1,000 miles of wilderness trails. The next time someone tells you to get lost, consider it an opportunity. Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
At the Salvation Army, a shelter isn't just a place to rest. It's a chance to shed layers, let loose, and finally let it go. With your gift, a warm bed is just the beginning. It's the first night of a new day. When our homeless neighbors feel safe enough to close their eyes, they can see the way forward.
A truck is a tool, but a ram is life. Yeah, it's the wipe the sweat off your brow sort of life. But it's also the let's load up the ATV's life. The my kids play way too many sports life. The let's find a secret spot to fish life. That looks nice. Innovations, comforts, and powertrains built to power all the lives you live. Ram.
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire Tablet with just a few clicks.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Welcome back inside of the Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center. Gabriel Fry, Gary Justice, glad you're with us. It's college basketball, the Appalachian Athletic Conference Tournament, and the first half in the books between the Koalas of Columbia, South Carolina, and the Bears of Truett McConnell. Gary, a really interesting first half, a lot of action between these two. Some of your brief thoughts on what we saw.
Yeah, Coach Green for Columbia wants to apply that ball pressure. They forced 6 turnovers in that first half. Of course, TMU comes in the ballgame first in the AAC, only allowing 59 points per ballgame. They allow 38 in that first half. TMU did a nice job offensively. He got 9 buckets, got 8 assists. The challenge is they only had the 9 buckets, though, and Alexis Brewster had 10 points in that first half to lead the Bears.
From the corner, this a big high bounce. Couldn't be pulled in initially. Regathered by the Koalas, and a scramble for the ball on the floor.
Also a big want to celebrate the Koalas here in that first half defensively. They forced TMU to be 9 of 29 from the floor. It's only 31%. They only allowed 1 3-point make on 6 attempts from TMU as well.
Really good numbers. We've seen some super impressive stats from both of these programs, and it's just our first game of the tournament. So a reminder, be sure to be along with us all week long. SESNsports.com/how-to-watch. We're going to have 3 more games today alone. We've got another women's game. We'll start the men's side of the bracket this afternoon. And again, that's just getting started. 8 broadcasts in a row tomorrow. We'll be here for all of it. Gabriel Fry, Gary Justice, and can't wait to have you along with us.
So, man, we get the women's side, the men's side, so many talented teams, so many talented players.
This is taken in by Brewster and grabbed by the Koalas as they force this to go back the other way.
Something to watch in this second half as well. Coach Green said for Columbia, one of their keys for the victory for them is to take care of the basketball, Gabe. Only 4 turnovers in that first half.
That's wild. That's very impressive. Firing right away and getting it to go. The Koalas knocked down by Hermanson. TMU, a couple of passes. Brewster to Stewart, back down inside. Low block and double teamed. Tipped by Columbia, and this one a jump ball as well.
Balance scored for Columbia so far today. Dawson leading the way with 12. Hermanson has 7. Davis also has 7. And Tassana Lowe with 4 points. They got that balanced scoring, Gabe. When you have the more people putting the ball through the bucket, it's hard to guard 4 or 5 scorers.
Put onto the floor. Pitched by TMU out to Brewster, who turns around and can't knock it down.
Look for Columbia to push every opportunity they can.
Mid-range, and the Koalas off the mark, so it remains a big advantage.
I know that the shot was off the mark there, Gabe. Didn't draw anything on the air ball. However, it's an open look from the free throw line. That screen did its job. A part of their offense.
And you have to take that look when you get it.
I agree 110% with you.
Winters down the floor, has Madison. Aguilera to the corner. Stewart didn't like it. Winters again. Now to Aguilera, who rims out. Koala's Feaster gets that. 130 regular season rebounds for Feaster. Stolen, TMU. Bears from the baseline. She can't get it, but the putback goes for Alexis Brewster.
Brewster, that's her 12th point on the afternoon or / morning. They're keeping this lead right around 10 or 12 points. Let's see if they can get a stop.
I felt that. What time is it? I don't. There's no windows.
We're 3 minutes until noon. 11:57.
Stewart hands it off to Lovejoy.
It's like we're in Vegas.
Feels like we're in Vegas. Winters down inside to Lovejoy again. She gives it to Brewster. Alexis turns around and fires off the glass.
If you allow her to get that type of position, she's not going to miss that shot very often. You got to do a better job of keeping her away from the post.
Koalas from the wing, short. Rebound by Alyssa Winters.
Yeah, Columbia, that first half did a nice job of shooting the basketball. Just couldn't get that shot to go.
Madison gave it off. Driving and firing, and Alyssa does draw the whistle on the baseline. And Deasia not happy about that call.
It'll be on Davis. It'll be her second. Yeah, the foul's starting to rack up a little for the Koalas here. You got 2 fouls on Davis, Tassana Lowe, 3 on Michaela Street. That's where TMU has to capitalize. They did a nice job of shooting the free throws in the first half.
First is off the mark. Winters 63% at the charity stripe this season. Second won't go either as the Koalas go up for it, and a break on the floor for these two programs. We'll take a break as well. College Hoops will return in just a moment. 41-29, Koalas out in front in Kingsport. Back in Kingsport, 6.5 to play in our third period. 41-29 Koalas lead. And Columbia wants to extend it, but this has too much on it as the shot clock sounds.
TMU come out and showed a little zone defense, showed a lot of confusion by Columbia. Coach J.J. Green for the Columbia Koalas, he was named the Hoop Dirt Coach of the Week back on December 3rd. Such a talented guy. This is his 3rd season leading the Koalas program. Definitely an upward trajectory for the program as well under Coach Green.
Definitely, they've been improving rapidly. 18-11, a huge increase in their overall record. 11 conference wins. They looked really good. They went 11-3 at home this season.
It's impressive. The women and the men Koalas, that's a tough place to play down in Columbia.
Nice pass inside. This one goes from mid-range for Columbia as Michaela Street makes the scoring total 43 for Columbia.
A nice job by Street. She got that baseline jumper. She knew what to do with the basketball.
Almost halfway through our 3rd quarter as this one is lit off from range and rims out on her.
Coach Green is wanting to run head tap here. Look for, again, a wing screen, a little backdoor action. They'll look for a three-point shot in the corner if they have it.
Columbia at mid-range and the violation picked up. That's not Brewster, is it?
Let's see. No, it's going to be a Winters. Be her first, team's first. That's going to send Tamara Davis to the line. She's been there twice already. She split them. 7 points, 6 rebounds so far. Miss Davis.
77% at that line during the regular season as she gets this one to go. That also means she's got 8 points on the morning, afternoon. Second one rattles and goes as well.
The senior from Hopkins, South Carolina.
Make it 9 points for Davis, 45 for Columbia. Very nice advantage of a Sweet 16, 45-29, as we're halfway exactly through our 3rd.
Dawson to the head. She's bouncing the basketball right now. 12 points and 4 rebounds so far for the sophomore.
Driving inside the floater too much. Gathered on the back door by Queen. Stewart, long outward feed to Kate Reed.
That's how you beat the ball pressure, is with a pass versus the bounce. If you start bouncing the basketball, bring it on the floor, they're going to apply all kinds of ball pressure to you, and there it is.
Stolen, free and running, and she'll take it all the way with a little kiss off of the glass for the Koalas of Columbia. 47-29 as they extend their lead even further.
Dawson anticipated that pass, played the passing lane, got all the way to the bucket and laid it in.
Dawson cooking with gas, 14 points in this outing for Columbia. Too much as TMU falters, now trailing by 18 with 4 to play in the 3rd.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with Columbia's defense here in the second half.
Koalas can't knock this down. A nice look from Hermanson on the baseline. This goes down inside, a little kiss off the glass for Brewster. And a timeout on the floor as it's 49-29, a 20-point game.
I want to highlight Alexis Brewster. She has 14 points on now the afternoon. But the hustle there, she's a post player who is battling for position with the defensive rebound. Hustled all the way down the floor, beat her defender down there, got the post, got the layup as well.
There's Brian Lahan, the head coach of Johnson University, the Royals. And I said to him, I just talked to him a moment ago, I said, Coach, have you won 11 straight? I think he said 18. Relax. Co-champions of the league, excited to see them and so many other great programs we have on hand.
Oh, there's going to be so many talented teams, so many talented players, talented coach. I mean, throughout the entire AAC, keeps on getting larger and larger, keeps on getting better and better teams as well. That's a lot of wins in a row, isn't it?
That's a lot of wins in a row.
It's tough to do.
That roster is going to be on fire in another year or two. He's got some incredible talent. those girls. 3 of them are 3 of the nastiest high school girls basketball players I've ever seen.
Oh, that's going to be a key one. That's going to be on Alexis Brewster. That'll be her 4th. This is where Coach Fields going to make a decision. Do you pull out your offensive threat and immediately will go to the bench?
Understandably so.
Don't allow Lovejoy to check back in. Lovejoy's had a nice day, 8 points, 6 rebounds so far. I'm sure Coach Fields would love to have 32 on the floor, though, for the Bears.
This rims won't drop. 47-31.
Dawson's had a nice afternoon. 4 of 6 from the floor. He's hit a couple of threes, got 14. Give her 15 now.
Stewart and Truett McConnell run the floor.
A little zone look here from the Koalas, mixing up their defensive looks. And man-to-man most of the day. And that's where their offense is effective. They get that Princeton offense getting cuts to the basket, find the cutter, get the easy layup.
Couple of quick passes down the floor, and on the baseline, she's jostled hard. That was Ayanna Hightower, who was trying to cut inside.
I mean, she did a nice job of getting to the bucket, got a lot of contact, no call. The officials said everybody was straight up and down on the contest. Now the Koalas inbound from the baseline. Zone look once again from Truett McConnell.
Entry pass by Hightower off the glass and couldn't get that to go. Burke loses this on the shot. Here come TMU and the Bears. 3 ball. Truett McConnell is short as this is taken up by Dawson, who is stuffing the stat sheet. Long outlet feed down the floor, breakaway, and this one off the glass to extend the lead, 50-33.
Great example of advancing the basketball via the pass. Got the basketball ahead of the defenders, easy layup at the rim.
36-22 at the half. TMU scored 11 in this second half. Scratch that, make it 13. 16 scored in the second half by the Koalas as we've got less than 2 minutes to play in the third.
So count the bucket for Stewart, give her 4 points. She has 6 assists and 3 rebounds, so she'll have a line to shoot 1 to complete the 3-point play. She's 2 of 2 so far. I think that's known as the broadcaster's jinx there.
That is exactly a broadcaster's jinx. 15-point game. Koalas, nice pass over the top. Columbia to the straightaway. This is Burke. A little fake as she loses Stewart in traffic. Stewart now defending Hightower, who goes back inside. Across to the elbow, nobody there as Kelly takes it out of the air. TMU scoring chances. Kaylee lights this off and gets it to go to bring us within 13.
A talented player there. She got past the defenders, those long strides all the way to the bucket. Finished with the left hand off the glass.
Hightower stolen away. Truett McConnell Bears free and running as she kisses this home off of the glass. Stewart makes it an 11-point game with 66 seconds to play in the third quarter. Gary looking good.
I tell you what, Truett McConnell, they bring their lunch pail. They can play on the defensive end. They're trailing by 11. Let's see what they can do this last minute of the third period.
50-39. Back in Kingsport, Tennessee, it's the Appalachian Athletic Conference 2025 Basketball Championships on the Southeast Sports Network, simulcasting to the AAC Digital Network. Glad you're with us. Gabriel Fry, Gary Justice, we're having a lot of fun. An 11-point game with 66 seconds to play in our third.
Back-to-back steals by Kaylee Kelly led to a couple easy buckets for the Truett McConnell Bears, trailing this one by 11. Been the largest lead is at 20 today. The Bears keep on hanging around, Gabe. They don't want to go home yet.
Layla Wall. Feaster down to the corner, too much. Dawson misfired. What a run TMU has been on.
All starts on the defensive end for the Bears. A couple of steals and a forced miss.
Truett McConnell couldn't extend what is an 8-point run. Trying again to make it a 10-point run. No, 30 seconds left in the period. Columbia, she steps her way through traffic and gets it to go off the glass.
Tysana Lowe, the second team All-AAC member, got the easy bucket.
And just like that, an 8-point run is gone. 4 in a row now for Columbia.
That's what Coach Green wants to do, apply as much ball pressure as possible. Easy buckets.
5 seconds in the third. Truett McConnell, 1 second. It's off in time, but too much as it skips off the backboard and sends us to our final period of action in a 15-point game, 54-39. In Kingsport, it's college basketball, the first game of the women's tournament for the Appalachian Athletic Conference in 2025. And right now, it's all Koalas, a 15-point advantage with 1 quarter left to play. Gabriel Schrei, Gary Justice, glad you're with us.
I didn't mean to step on you there, Gabe. You know, the Bears, they cut it to a 50-39 lead, and then the ball pressure from the Koalas, back-to-back steals, got back-to-back easy buckets, and then they closed out that 4-0 run at the end of the third to extend that lead from 11 back up to 15.
Be sure to connect with the AAC on social media at AAC Sports.
Also, to show the depth of the Columbia Koalas, you have Tysana Lowe, who's a second-team All-AAC member. She has 6 points on the afternoon, but she also has 4 assists and 3 rebounds. But Kendra Dawson, 15 points on the afternoon, 9 points for Tamara Davis. Emerson has 7, got 5 points for Street Haynes. Talented roster for the Koalas. A lot of scoring ability from the left part of the bench all the way down to the right. And then for the Bears, Alexa Brewster leading the way with 14. Destiny Lovejoy has 8. Kaylee Kelly has 6.
Down inside, this rattles and goes. Easy points, automatic start as Columbia extends their lead to 17.
Davis be the second player in double figures for the Koalas.
Nice entry pass from the baseline, can't get it to go.
That's a nice contest there by the Koalas on the shot to force the miss.
Firing and off the mark. TMU, backdoor feed, really nice play. Everything went right. Madison finds Lovejoy on the back door, and she's automatic off the glass.
The defense did not stop the basketball. Easy lane to the bucket. Found the open player. Kiss it off the square.
Firing in motion and can't regather as Ava Queen pulls it in. Ball loose at midcourt and taken up right on the stripe by Wall. Trying to pass it to the corner, and Queen avenges herself, tipping that off the floor.
So with the 8:46 to play in this one, it's a 15-point advantage for the Koalas. TMU had to avoid trading buckets, so to speak. Got to get some stops and start stacking some baskets on top of each other offensively. People wearing the stripes today, got Danny Moore, the crew chief, Jeremy Hall from Greenville, Tennessee, 22 years of officiating, and Mega Dowles from Chattanooga. This is her 7th season. officiating. Played at the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga. She was Mexican.
Down inside, the floater won't drop. Remains a 15-point game. Columbia, a nice advantage, 56-41, 8:20 to play. Kelly entry pass, and a little bit of contact as Dawson will elicit a whistle from our referee.
Leon Davis will be her third. Queen to go to the line today. It's 2 points, but 10 rebounds for Ava Queen. Going to the free throw line for the first time this afternoon.
Queen this season, 89% at the line, likely to hit these. Yes. Queen's second. No. Announcer's jinx.
Queen's a sophomore from Blue Ridge, Georgia.
It's a nice area. Davis off the mark, put back. Davis gets it a third time for Columbia as she draws the violation inside.
Such a tough player inside. That's her 7th rebound today, and the Koalas creating multiple opportunities on the offensive end by crashing the glass.
Davis has 11, 3 for 4 at the line.
Talented player.
No. To make it 15, no.
Again, a second offensive rebound this possession for the Koalas, extending their opportunity to score.
And they've been excellent at creating additional opportunities today, and that's how you win tournaments. From the wing, that was a step beyond, couldn't knock it down.
Yeah, Dawson was feeling it there. She shot in zero hesitation in shooting that shot.
Pitch to the corner, 3 ball, and this one is automatic for Kaylee Kelly, who knocks it down.
This is going to be the key here. This is the last 7:30 to see if they can cut into this 11-point lead.
Koalas, she knifes her way inside, and Dawson just off the mark.
They got the stop. Let's see if they can get the bucket this possession.
TMU looking to create a swing. They trail by 11. Outside, Bears from the wing for 3, and this one bounces off the heel of the iron as there's a scramble for the ball, and Dawson gets the rebound. 7 to play.
Again, TMU doing a nice job of one shot, and now Alexis Brewster will check in the next dead ball for the Bears. I was wondering when she would come back in the ball game.
This one off the side of the iron, but the Koalas come down with it. Zipped pass taken by Queen, and the foul.
Ava Queen, the sophomore, had a heck of a game. Got the 10 rebounds, got the 3 points, 1 and 2 from the free throw line. Got subs both ways, getting to check in. Stewart and Brewster will check in for the Bears. Street and Herbison will check back in for the Koalas. As Wall and Feaster will check out. It's going to be key here, though, Gabe. We're down by 11, 6:30 to play. You have to make the free ones.
89% at the line this year. No.
Brewster will check in for Queen if she's able to make this free throw.
Her second. Yes. Very important points with 6.5 to play in Kingsport. It makes it a 10-point game, which is the closest we've been. Only one other time in this second half have we been within 10 points. This game really got out of hand way back in the first quarter of play. A 12-3 run blew this open for the Koalas, and they've kind of been ahead by double digits ever since.
And again, nice job forcing one and out. Brewster shows her impact immediately, get the defensive rebound.
Bears, Truett McConnell. Stewart entry pass, floated across to Alexis, and Brewster goes to work immediately drawing a whistle against Davis.
That'll be her 4th. Davis has that physicality matchup with Brewster, but Brewster was able to get by the defender and get to the rim.
73% at the line this year.
Cecilia Burke will check back in. Davis will check out with those 4 fouls for the Koalas. Megan Dowles will check back in, make sure everybody realizes there are 2 shots on this one.
I think we lost track of that for a moment.
I think maybe Megan thought the bucket went in. It was going to be an and one.
Yes. And that brings us within single digits for the first time in this second half. It's a 9-point game with 6:09 to play. Yes, she gets both. An 8-point game.
Give her 16. Let's see if TMU can bring that lunch pail mentality defensively.
And right away, the violation. That's huge.
Well, I was going to say this. Coach Green wanted the foul, and if the foul had been on 32 in blue, and oh my goodness.
Chaos.
That had been chaos. Exactly here. Now TMU down by 8, have the basketball, force the turnover. Let's see if they keep on stacking those buckets.
Entry pass, Bears. Lovejoy kicks it back outside to Kelly, who's able to hang on to it. Destiny's in trouble. Kaylee again, heavily defended. Went around low, floated outside to the wing. 3-ball on the way, and it's off the mark. Boarded by Street. She'll run the floor for the Koalas. Columbia to the baseline, and the violation down inside.
Newton calls Stewart on the bump. That'd be her 4th.
Teague Fields has been with the Bears of Truett McConnell for a long time. 4-year player for the Lions of Emmanuel College in Georgia. And Coach had something to say about that.
Yeah, what happened was when Street got fouled, she slammed the ball on the floor. He wanted the technical foul. The official says, no, not right now.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Maybe later. 5 on the day for Street as she splits at the line. Hustling back to the offensive end of the floor, the Bears trailing by just 8 inside a single digits for the first time in this second half. Brewster.
This is where you want to go offensively, Brewster.
To cut it to 6, and she does. 56-50.
She's going to be key to keep her on the floor, keep her out of picking up that 5th foul.
And this one goes. What a response from the Koalas of Columbia.
That's a big-time shot in the corner. Kaylee Hermanson has her 2nd 3-point make of the afternoon. She's the 3rd Koala in double figures. It's going to be a fun one this 5 minutes of this ball game.
9-point game, 5 to play.
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire tablet with just a few clicks.
Back in Kingsport, and listen to the band of the Bears. They are letting us have it. Welcome back. Gabriel Schrei, Gary Justice, college basketball on SESN. Glad you're with us for all the action of the 2025 Appalachian Athletic Conference Tournament from the Meadowview Marriott.
So Brewster has 18, Lovejoy has 10 for the Bears.
Ball is stolen away, free and running. Koalas down to the offensive end, off the glass, and taken in by Brewster, who will be credited with the rebound. Kelly running the floor now for the Bears. Truett McConnell mid-range. Kaylee off the mark as she goes wide, but it's kept alive by Lovejoy, who pitches it out to the wing.
The zone defense, it's hard to screen out of a zone defense. Ball movement is going to be key for the Bears against the zone.
Reed to Brewster. Alexis runs the spin move and just floats that over the front of the iron.
This is as close as this game's been a long time. Don't look now, folks. Alexis Brewster checked off the bench. He has 20 points. This final 4 minutes is going to be fun.
A menace. 7-point game becomes a 9-point game, 61-52. Entry pass, Brewster, backdoor, wide open on the wing, the 3-ball on the way and rattles out on Brinkley. And the putback as we get the whistle. Truett McConnell making things interesting with 3:40 to play in Kingsport.
You see the postseason awards, somebody gets named first team All-AAC, then you watch them play in person, you're like, oh, that's the reason why she's first team All-AAC.
Oh.
She checked in the game. She's immediately scored 6 points. She has 3 rebounds since coming in with those forward fouls, 22 points, 8 rebounds on the afternoon. She has one more, has an opportunity for one more point.
On the way. No. The closest this game has been in the second half is 6 points. Right now, 7 separate us. A 12-3 run over the course of 4 minutes, just a few minutes into the game, put Columbia out in front, and they haven't trailed since.
Yeah, TMU, the defense is playing at an elite level here in the second half for the Bears.
Out front, mid-range, didn't like it. Now to the wing, and Stewart doesn't like that look either. Tipped and nearly stolen as this sails off of the floor. Good heads-up play by Dawson getting a hand in there.
So let's talk about this game. 7-point advantage right now for the Koalas with 3 minutes to play. Had to value every single possession for the team in blue.
In the corner, TMU. Tipped, stolen, right on cue. Dawson nearly pickpocketed. She'll run the length of the floor and picks up the violation down inside.
They're going to get Brinkley Kate Reed for her 3rd foul.
Brinkley's an important part for this TMU offense. Really nice piece in moving the ball flow of things. Street, blown tire, ball is lost to TMU.
Cannot state the importance of every single possession. And this will be the 5th team foul charged to Koalas. So now the Bears, Gabe, will be shooting free throws the rest of the ball game. This is Mahala Stewart to the line. She's 2 of 3 on the afternoon. 6 points, 6 rebounds, 6.6 assists, and 3 rebounds so far.
No. .242 to play. Only 1 lead change in the first minute. Columbia overcame Truett McConnell. They haven't trailed to them since. This is the closest the game has been in the second half. 6 points. We've been here 3 different times now. Koalas taking their time. It's Lowe who dishes. Down to the corner. Columbia, she lights it off and gets it with a little kiss off of the glass. Too easy for Haynes.
Nice job to step around the defender and just lay it off nice and easy off the square.
Nearly swiped away. Brewster tipped and couldn't stay with the ball.
Been impressed with the Koalas the last 3 minutes of this ball game defensively, Gabe. Did a nice job getting hands on a lot of basketballs, a lot of deflections, and also making the passing lane a lot smaller.
On the wing, Brinkley around the arc. Kelly outside to Stewart. Brinkley entry pass, Brewster down low and stolen away from the hands of Lovejoy.
Nice job playing defense without fouling is the key. Koala's done a good job here in the last 3 minutes of this ball game.
Columbia leading by a slim margin, 8 points. 1:40 to play in Kingsport. Well, Gary, what are your thoughts? Obviously, you're going to have a strong opinion about this. Burning clock and not a ton of time left as a blown tire. I don't think we're going to get to talk about it. Should they be trying to burn clock here?
Well, the clock's their friend right now.
Haynes proving you right on that point. She's got a lot of room as she runs the floor and gets the violation down inside. Massive, massive opportunity for Columbia with 77 to play.
Since the 4-minute mark in this fourth quarter, Columbia has really tightened their screws on their defensive end. Jumping passing lanes, guarding without fouling, the championship chest, staying in front of the driver, and I think that's what's going to lead them to their 19th victory of the season, advancing in the AAC tournament as well. Jaden Haynes out the free throw line. She's got 7. Give her 8.
10-point game. Double digits separate us with just over a minute to go, inside of 70 seconds. Tussle for the ball, loose we play on. Columbia steals it away. Koala's running the floor, a ton of room in the whistle.
It's really been a game of halves for Columbia in that first half. I thought their offense was so good, had 38 points at halftime. In the second half, especially in this fourth quarter, I think they brought their defense. It's going to be a major key to this victory.
Madison leaves it off for Brinkley. Floater on the way, won't go. Kept alive initially by TMU, and as Aguilera dives, this one escapes the floor. And so with 48 seconds to go, things are looking really good for Columbia.
To recognize a couple of players here for Truett McConnell. Brewster got the 22 points, 8 rebounds. Destiny Lovejoy, 10 points, 12 rebounds. And Ava Queen, 4 points and 10 rebounds on the afternoon as well.
Milligan, who went 21-7 this season, plays in Game 4 tomorrow at 10:15 a.m. And as of right now, it looks like they'll be noting the names of the Koalas, who are leading by 10 with 40 seconds to go, Gary.
As you see TMU continue to battle, even though they're down 10, only 4 seconds play. That's not surprising, Coach Field. That's the kind of the culture he has built at TMU. As you said, Milligan, they're starting to note some names. They're probably going back to their scout from early in the season as well to see who they need to stop and how we're going to stop them.
That rattled and dropped.
Talk about some firepower. That Milligan Buffaloes team, men's and women's team, they like to score the basketball.
They do indeed. A break on the floor, a timeout taken by these two programs. We'll take a timeout as well. 8-point game, Kingsport. Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee. 65-57 in the late stages. Columbia's Koalas are leading big time against the Bears of TMU. Gabriel Schrei, Gary Justice, glad you're here with us. Game 1 of the 2025 AAC Basketball Championship on the women's side of the bracket, and right now the Koalas are walking out the door with a game in hand.
Yeah, definitely doing a good job. Coming to the game, averaging 80 points per ball game and those wins on the season. Not going to get that mark today, but I think that their calling card was offense, but they've shown a lot of ability on the defensive end. This afternoon's going to lead to this victory as well. They've had 3 players in double figures so far. Kendra Dawson with 15, Tamaria Davis 11 and 7 rebounds. And Kaylee Hemerson has 10.
That off the mark as it rolls down the baseline, 66-57. Another timeout taken, so we'll take a break as well. College Hoops will return momentarily from Kingsport. Welcome back in Kingsport. We're in our final 36 seconds to go between the Koalas of Columbia and the Bears of Truett McConnell University. College hoops on SCSN. Gabriel Schrei, Gary Justice, 66-57. Obviously, a comeback still in play. It would be miraculous.
Truett McConnell's 2 of 18 from three-point land, so if they're going to come back in this final 36 seconds, they have to have the three-ball fall at a much higher clip to overcome this 9-point deficit.
Madison, double teamed, it's a lot. Double teamed as well as Brewster. Pitch to the corner, and Aguilera can't knock it down too much as that one rolls over the top of the iron. 23 seconds to play.
Nice job by Kaylee Kelly. It's her 4th rebound. She'll go to the line to shoot 2 shots. This will be her 3rd and 4th attempt of the afternoon. She split them. She's got 9 points. She's trying to be the 3rd Bear to become in double figures today.
Yes.
Key to score points without the clock moving.
Yes.
And look for TMU to bring the pressure. They'll try to steal and then bounce, not there, then they're going to foul. Quickly will foul Kendra Dawson. And she would line to shoot 2, 5 of 6 on the afternoon. I think she's been extremely impressive this afternoon.
Super impressed with a lot of the players on the floor right now. 7-point game, 4 different times in these last 10 minutes we've been within 6 points. That's the closest it's been, though, since the opening minutes of the game. TMU scored first. Columbia overtook them in the first minute. Haven't looked back since.
I tell you, our next game is going to be a good one as well. Union Commonwealth and Tennessee Wesleyan.
The Battle of the Bulldogs. We'll have 2 editions of that, both the women's and the men's side.
That's interesting how it works out in the bracket this year.
Dogs on dogs, dog on dog, dog eat dog. 68-59, 22 seconds to go in Kingsport between these two. And that's going to be a really good game. We're excited for that. We'll have it right after this. Wherever you're watching the game now, AAC Digital Network, SESN digital platforms, you can stay right there. It'll be a separate feed, but it will be available live, free to watch on the same platform.
Definitely, to be able to bring it free of charge too, that is such a neat thing where people can watch it from home and it's not behind the paywall. And with the partnership between the Southeast Sports Network and the Appalachian Athletic Conference, Visit Kingsport, there's so many people who play a role in this, and it's definitely, talking about being a servant, that's definitely serving a lot of others.
Very grateful for the AAC Visit Kingsport for bringing us in and having us in town for all the tournaments and coverage from beautiful Kingsport, Tennessee.
In game 2 today, of course, we got 2 post players for Union, and Mackenzie Himes and also Madison Brady, very impressive. But also they have an outside shooter, Gracie Jervis, who tied his school record this year with 8 3-point makes. Tune in and watch her shoot the basketball.
Madison shoots a shoot this herself and nails it from downtown Kingsport.
They're not going to go out the whole way without a fight. They're ready for the season to end.
It's the 5th time we've been within 6 points, 16.4 seconds left to play.
I'll get Destiny Lovejoy on the push. That'll be her 4th. We'll send Dawson back to the line in 7 and 8 from the free throw line. And this lead at one time was 20 points in the second half. The Bears and Coach Fields will not go away.
No, it was a 20-point game leaving in the first half, entering this second half of play. And really, really good job by TMU, understanding their capabilities, understanding how to play without Brewster on the floor, getting her back in the game, immediately sparking themselves offensively. They've done everything right, but sometimes that's just not enough. 15 seconds to play. TMU has to get a 3-ball right here. Aguilera fires from the straightaway. It's just wide off the mark, and the Koalas and Bears tussle to the floor on a jump ball.
They got a good look there, and again, the Bears continue to crash the offensive glass, but nice job by the Koalas to box out and get the rebound.
Quickly inbounding. Koalas have it with 5 seconds to go, and the whistle. 69-62. And so barring an absolute miracle, it's pretty much mathematically impossible to get the shots off and have them hit in time. Columbia is going to advance and take on the Milligan Buffs tomorrow.
I want to date myself. So there's a guy back in the early, played for the Pacers, Reggie Miller, had a emphatic offensive performance in the last 20 seconds of the ball game against the Knicks. He scored a bunch of points. We only got 5 seconds left in this one, and Davis will make the first. He makes the second one. I think now that will end the season for the Truett McConnell Bears.
TMU's Aguilera, 1 second, and this one ends a 9-point game. A really nice victory in emphatic fashion for the Koalas of Columbia, who are looking good in our first game of the 2025 AAC Championship. Gary, some brief thoughts before we send folks on their way.
I thought Columbia did a nice job of executing the game plan. Coach J.J. Green wanted to create as much pressure on the basketball, and they did that, forcing 6 steals in the first half. They had 8 in the second half, 14 steals per ball game. That's called ball pressure.
Really, really nice performance. That will do it for our coverage of the first game of the 2025 AAC Basketball Championships. We'll break and return with our coverage. Be sure to join us for Truett McConnell, the Bulldogs, Tennessee Wesleyan, and Union Commonwealth University battling next on the women's side of the bracket, game 2, day 1. We're excited to have all the action and excited to have you with us. A reminder that all events, streaming and broadcasting on our networks are live and are copyright material. Today's game will be archived inside of the Amper platform where you viewed it and available for replay. This has been a presentation of the Southeast Sports Network. Your final score, 71-62, a Koalas win. For Gary Justice, all of the fans, the Koalas, and the Bears, I'm Gabriel Schrei saying so long from Kingsport, Tennessee.